Welcome to the channel. Ed here at Audio Ultra, and I'm with
Hi guys, I'm Michael the Greek.
Michael the Greek, and we're sitting in Music Room 1 after a new round of changes.
Second round of changes since the last video we made, Ed. What's going on this time?
This was a big one. What we ended up doing is taking the racks off the side of the wall and putting the gear and equipment behind the speakers. Something I'm not a big fan of because there is a compromise there, but we decided to do it to support what you see behind us, which are the new Magico M7s. We'll get into that here shortly. But overall sound presentation, making this move, and we did this out of 2 out of 3 rooms. Initial impressions.
Initial impressions, like we talked about earlier, we lost some slight depth by having the gear here, but what happened in exchange, the big step forward was much wider soundstage, more a larger room in essence, because there's nothing on the sides of the room anymore. What did you notice?
No obstructions. And those no obstructions led to just a lot more, almost like an equalization of pressurization, if that makes sense. And it just enveloped you around center seat. And wow, I mean, talk about being blown away.
Between that and making some slight adjustments to the side panels.
Those side panels that you guys have seen before, it really does make a big difference. And I'm able to move those because again, lots of speakers come in and out of the rooms. That allows us to kind of fine tune. And all of a sudden, boom, from not having as much bass when we first started to having that bass snap by just fractions of an inch in the movement was big.
Really big, and we confirmed it by listening to a couple of mono records. We listened to Dean Martin, Dream of Dean. We listened to Johnny Cash, The Orange Blossom Special, and we switched over to stereo. Those two were in mono. We went over to stereo and listened to, what, Floyd, Wish You Were Here?
I got to tell you, all those were great presentations, but Pink Floyd, I mean, really stood out, and Welcome to the Machine, and the elevator ride, and all of that was just, that room, or this room, was just on fire. I mean, it really was.
It really was. And then we finished our listening session today by listening to a Super Sense lacquer of John Coltrane's Love Supreme.
Talk about being in that club. Talk about, I mean, like,
yeah.
To me, stereo systems are reproduction of sound. They're never gonna be, a live presentation, etc. But I gotta say, this is the next biggest thing to live presentation, especially with speakers like the M7 that are much larger enclosure that. Really, when it pressurizes the room, I'm going against what I'm saying. It does feel like you're in the room.
It does feel like, definitely, like beyond impressed with these guys.
And that was a lacquer recording too by Supersense out of Austria. A great pressing of that Coltrane album.
So I see, Ed, you still have them on casters because you literally just got them in yesterday, right?
Yeah, these will sit on casters for a week or so until I can get things kind of figured out. We got sonically, but man, oh man, if we are 85% here now. What's the next 15%, 20% going to give us?
Yes, yes.
But
looking forward to finding out.
Yeah. No, these are something truly special. We'll talk more about Magico in a different video in the M7, but we wanted to kind of give you a highlight of what's going on here in the music rooms and what we're checking out for music and all that type of stuff. So
thanks, guys. We'll talk to you guys again soon. Don't forget to subscribe.
And like the channel. So
yes.
Until then, rock and roll.
Bye.